I'm Malia Barrett.
I'm Brad McGinnis.
I'm Madison Schultz.
I'm Lily Friebel. And I'm Andrea Donenworth. And we're Group 5 doing the region of Lake Chelan. So again, we're doing the Chelan wine region. And so Chelan is located in the center of Washington State. It's about a 3-hour drive from Seattle or a 3-hour drive from Spokane. So it's very popular for Washingtonians. It's somewhere they can go that's surrounded by a giant lake, so they can go for a swim and obviously go for a glass of wine. As you can see here on our wine tour map, there are several different wineries surrounding the entire lake. You can pay to go on a tour. They have bicycle tours, they have limo tours, or you can just do it on your own. Have a designated driver, because even though you're tasting wine, you're still getting intoxicated. So a lot of the different wineries have different varieties you can choose from, so a lot of different options. Some are even with a restaurant, so a lot of good foods. You can become wine members and then be part of their wine events and wine tastings. They'll also, depending on your state, ship you bottles of wine. So lots of different options. So you can just go there for the weekend, or you can sign up and become a member and get your wine on all the time.
So a little bit about the varietals. This area is home to about 261 acres of grapes, which is pretty big for Washington. It is 51% red to 49% white, so pretty even overall. The major varieties grown in the acres are Syrah, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Merlot, Pinot Gris, Viognier, Cabernet Franc, and Cabernet Sauvignon, and Malbec.
The financial impact. So Washington Wine accounts for 1,374 jobs in the county, with wages in excess of $35 million, producing a total impact of $221.4 million. Washington Wine also generates $9.5 million in state and local taxes and $9 million in federal taxes in Chelan County.
The weather and soil influence. The AVA is also distinguished by a significant lake effect that creates a mild and favorable temperatures for surrounding areas, resulting in a longer growing season and a reduced risk of frost. Due to the Ice Age glaciers that form Lake Chelan, the soil surrounding it has distinctive properties such as coarse, sandy sediment with notable amounts of quartz and mica, and these result in grapes with discernible textures, minerals, and nutrients. The major soil type is a light, gravelly, sandy loam, heavily influenced by the glaciation from the continental ice sheet and volcanic activity from a nearby glacier peak.
Region history. Established in 2009, Lake Chelan was formed more than 10,000 years ago by a valley glacier. The region is the largest and longest at nearly 1,500 feet. It is the deepest lake in Washington and the third deepest in America. This contributes to the climate and helps growing of the grapes. Grapes have been grown in Chelan Valley since before the turn of the 20th century by a few Native Americans and a group of Italian immigrants. In 1949, the area produced grapes from 268 vineyard acres.
So other interesting facts about Lake Chelan, it's one of Washington's most sought after summer destinations. I mean, with that ginormous lake, why wouldn't it be? So it is also now the 11th American viticultural area officially recognized in the state. The first winery was opened by the Clunts in 2000, and they actually still live there today. They're a really nice family. The area is now home to 261 acres of planted grapes. There have several different annual wine events throughout the year. They have the red wine and chocolate, spring barrel tasting, Lake Chelan Crush. They have in the winter coming up, if you guys are interested in it, the Fire and Ice, where they have several different ice sculptures. They have wine tours. They also allow you to jump in the lake, polar bear punch, if that floats your boat, you want to do that. So also lots of opportunities. The Chelan contributes to making Washington the second largest premium wine producer in the United States. So I recommend going and taking a look at Chelan and trying some of their wines. But thank you so much for listening, and why don't you go and have a glass of wine?